Dinardo here with Robert Didomenico from Cargo Fish at the AHOACon 2026 convention. So every once in a while we run across some technology that's fledgling that we think is something, we want to be the first to show it, right, before it becomes something that becomes more commonplace.
From the ground floor up to the C-suite breaks, if it matters in hospitality, it's the stakes.
HotelStaff TV, where hospitality gets real.
So when I saw this coming by, I thought to myself, at first it looks like a train track, but the more you look at it, you see that there's a lot more complexity to it than that. It's a lot more robust than that. And I think it really has an application for what could be helpful to hotels and organizations that are short on labor and staff, but ultimately need the ability to be able to get larger weight cargo around the property. So can you talk a little bit about this, how this got started, how you ended up with this? Tell us about yourself and how all this got started, Robert.
Well, Jim, thanks for asking. It all just started as a bad idea. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. No, not really. I read a book called The Long Tail by Chris Anderson. It was recommended by a college professor, said everybody should read it.
Right.
It was a study of supply, demand, distribution, and how they interplayed. It detailed the rise of Netflix and the bankruptcy of Blockbuster and Hollywood Video. And from that book and my background, you know, as a kid, I loved model railroads. I loved my bicycle. I built a human-powered vehicle in 9th grade, a streamline recumbent.
Right.
And while I was a college dropout and a Navy nuke, and by this time I had been in commercial nuclear power a while, been around the block, and I thought, you know, but it's true. You can't buy anything that somebody's not offering to you. And imagine those venues like a ballpark or a beach, what that vendor has to go through and how little they make available flavors of ice cream. What if I have a hangnail, I hate them, and I don't have fingernail clippers?
Right.
If I were a vendor and I had a supply system on a short lead time that was economical, I could say, whatever you need, $1, cost plus $1, and deliver it.
What I think is really compelling and interesting about this is that it reminds me of other types of platforms that, okay, one area that I've seen something different but similar to this, but not nearly in this capacity, are the air shuttles in banks.
The pneumatic tube systems.
systems.
And we're very familiar,
right.
yeah.
Right, this is next level, right?
Yes.
Because, and you had talked about this a little bit, about the load capacity of this. Your shuttle will carry, what did you say, up to?
We're at about a 20-pound
20-pound payload?
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about pilot programs for this. Right?
Well,
so if you had a hotel that was in the construction phase, right, where you could implement it in the construction phase, it would be something that, you know, would be value added for them. It would also be something that would decrease lead times for things like food and beverage service?
Food and beverage service would be
right.
50% of local freight, according to most researchers, is food.
Right.
Not all of it prepared. That's the groceries being delivered to the supermarket and the customers driving it home from the supermarket. We see this ultimately as a utility system. And what hotel doesn't want to be? Name the utility that you don't want to be making available for your guests. Would it be hot water, cold water, electricity, internet?
Right.
Well, this is the internet for the things they need. Any fast-moving consumer good. If it fits, it ships.
In the early stages, one thing I will say is, from a focus perspective, this appeals to novelty. And that's a wonderful thing, you know, especially for properties are looking to differentiate themselves from others.
Absolutely.
And, you know, and just like so many other things, we've interviewed robotics companies and things like that, we see that those things become the future. And everybody thinks they're crazy in the beginning. Thought I was crazy. They might think you're crazy too, but that's not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing.
Doesn't matter who doesn't see it.
Yeah, that's right.
That doesn't
right.
matter. It's a competitive business.
I like what you're doing. So if people wanted to find out about you, you have a website. Where would they go to check out this?
My website is www.cargofish.com. I'm pretty active posting on LinkedIn under my name, Robert Didomenico, articles and posts. I tend to keep things updated.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Robert, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm hopeful that Cargo Fish, we're looking to see Cargo Fish in a hotel near us soon. So somebody, a hotel owner is watching this and you're looking for something to differentiate yourself from other properties, this would be a great start. Be the first on the block to have a cargo fish in your new property. Robert, thank you so much. I appreciate you. It was
You as
awesome.
well, Jim. Thank
All right.
you.
Good luck to you, my friend.
Thank you.
In the lobby, in the boardroom, deals are made.
From the front desk to the risks we take.
Every voice, every move, every call.
In this game, yeah, the stakes say it all.
This is the stakes, where the real ones speak.
Decisions made every day of the week.
From the ground floor up to the C-suite breaks. If it matters in hospitality, it's the stakes.
HotelStaff TV, where hospitality gets real.
Jim Dinardo here from HotelStaff TV. I'm with Leon Thomas. So Leon came to the booth to talk to us earlier today, and I saw his badge, and he had a different color on his badge. It said speaker, and I'm always interested to see somebody who's speaking at the show. So we cornered him for a conversation to find out a little bit more about Leon. So, Leon, pleasure to meet you. Leon Thomas. Leon Thomas, your company name is Leon Thomas.
The Leon Thomas Group.
The Leon Thomas Group.
Leon Thomas
So,
Group. Yeah.
Leon, from what I understand, was in the hospitality industry years ago.
Years ago, well, actually, I stopped 7 years ago. I was in the business